Good morning. My name is Andree and I'm a yoga instructor at JCC in Newton. Today we're going to do a slow flow that will begin with a number of standing poses to open the hips, and then we move into some forward bend. So we're going to start. Let's sit quietly for a couple of moments, connecting to our breath, feeling the direction of the breath. Let your hands rest naturally on your thighs or your knees. Rotate the shoulders back and down. And just close your eyes for 5 breaths. Observe your state of mind this morning. And let's really bow your head forward, surrendering to your heart, remembering to be gentle with your body, not to force, but to receive. And then you can lift your head up, just move onto your hands and knees. So both palms with the fingers spread, rooting to the mat, knees below the hips. Now rotate the triceps in so that you feel the elbows opening up. Keep your head in alignment, so we're not moving yet. Taking a couple breaths here. Connect to the sensation of your breath this morning. Now with your next exhalation, you're going to press back into a child's pose. Continue to extend the arms forward. You're going to inhale to your hands and knees. You're going to exhale into a push-up, butterfly. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale to child's pose. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhaling to your hands and knees. Exhaling to your push-up. Inhaling back up. Exhaling back. 2 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to child's pose. Extend your arms a little bit more forward by walking your hands forward, tuck your toes under, and press to downward facing dog. Adjust your feet so they fall enough back so you can extend your spine. So let's begin with the heels way up high. As you inhale, exhaling, release the heels toward the floor. Inhaling, the heels way up high, keep the weight shifted back. Exhaling. Let's do this 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Now let's walk your feet forward and then your hands back to your feet. Exhale here into a forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, Tadasana. So walk to the front edge of your mat. Feet hip width apart. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhaling, swan dive to a forward bend. Inhaling, stretch your spine. Exhaling the right foot back. Pause here, lower your knee down to the floor. Inhale the arms up. Exhaling back to lunge. Lifting the knee off the floor. Inhaling forward, stretch your spine. Exhaling left foot back. Releasing the knee to the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lift your knee up. Inhale forward, stretch your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, Tadasana. Pause here for a second. Enjoying the little work that we've done. Now let's inhale the arms up. Exhale forward. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Left foot forward. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Let's come to your knees. Take 5 breaths in child's pose. Let your belly release between your thighs. And as you inhale to your hands and knees, tuck your toes under, press your downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale to stretch. Flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, Tadasana. Pause here in your Tadasana. Reconnecting to your standing position. You can have the arms by your side. Sternum lifted. Now let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, right foot back. Bring your back foot to the floor. Inhale to warrior 2. Extending the arms out. Looking over your front arm. Exhaling to lunge. Inhaling, step forward, stretch your spine. Exhaling, left foot back. Inhaling, warrior 2. Exhaling to lunge. Inhaling, step forward. Stretch your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale. 3 breaths here. As you stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking deep breaths. Now let's inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Exhale to side angle. Stretch. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, step forward, stretch your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, salengo, stretch. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, to lunge. Inhale, step forward, stretch your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, Tadasana. Pause here in your mountain pose. Let the arms drop by your side, rotating the shoulders back and down. Close your eyes and connect to the sole of your feet. Feel your gravity, the balancing with gravity. Feeling maybe you shift forward and back a little bit. Finding that center. Then inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, your right foot back. Place your back foot to the floor. Come into a salengo stretch. Breathe here. Keep rotating the forward knee out. Rooting the back foot to the other edge of the back foot. Now inhale, warrior two. Exhale, to lunge. Inhale, step forward, stretch your spine. Exhale, your left foot back. Inhale to salengo stretch. Warrior two. Exhale to lunge. Inhale, plank. Come to your knees and stretch to child's pose. So now you're going to take a block. In fact, you're going to take two blocks. And I would recommend, at least you are really super flexible, that you use the block on the high end. Okay, so place your hands on the block, standing in forward bend here. Open the back of your legs. Press into the block so your back is straight, is in a flat back, your arms are fully extended. Now walk your right foot forward slightly and step your left foot back and come into a pyramid pose. Now root the other edge of your back foot. Rotate the right thigh, the forward leg. Rotate the right thigh out. And you breathe into your spine. Now the front foot, you press in the big toe out of the front foot. And you press in the other edge of your back foot. Maintaining the hip square. Breathing into the back of the leg, keeping the back leg firm. And then bending your front knee, step forward. Lengthen the spine. And now let's step your right foot back, placing the back foot to the floor, stretching the front leg, Pressing the big toe mound of your front leg. Pressing the outer edge of your back foot. Outer rotation of the left thigh. Pressing your hands into the block, keeping that flat back. Breathing into that space. And down, bend your front knee, step forward. Walk the blocks forward a bit. Continue to use the block, pressing your hands into the block, coming into a flat back. Let's do the first side again, stepping the right foot back. Now keep the block forward so that you get that extension in the armpits of the shoulders. So keeping your ears between your arms. Firming the back leg, firming the front leg. Stepping forward, inhaling here, exhaling the left foot back, stretching both legs, keeping them firm, letting your ears release between your arms. Keep the back leg really firm. Don't let it become soft. And then step forward. Inhaling. Exhaling, move the block to the side, release, so keep the block on the lower end. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Okay, then we're going to step, we're going to take our blocks again. So we're going to start with the hands on the block, but then we're going to let go of the block. Okay, so bring your hands to the block. Inhale into a flat back. Exhaling the right foot back. So we start with the heel lifted. Bend your front knee, flatten the spine. Bring the back foot to the floor. Stretch the front leg. So now you may feel a little bit of a bigger stretch. And if you can, bring your hands down to the mat. And let your head release toward your front leg. Make sure you're pressing the inner part of your left foot to the mat, outer edge of the back foot to the mat. Keep rotating the hips, so it's easy to just forget to work in this pose. And I'm bending the knee. Step forward. Inhale here. Exhaling, stepping your left foot back. Front knee bent. And then bring it back here to the floor as you release over your front leg. Maintain the alignment of your sacrum. You can let go of the block. Bring your hands to the floor. Keep rooting that back foot strongly to the mat. And then bending your front knee. Inhale, step forward, stretch the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, Tadasana. So we are going to do triangle pose, or legs. We got our legs ready for this pose. So you can have, if you have two blocks, have one block on either end of your mat. Okay, you're going to step your feet nice and wide. You're going to turn the right foot out, the left foot in. Move the block so it's the front of the block is like by your ankle. Okay, let's start with the hands on the hips. Take your mind to your feet, root the feet to the mat. Take your mind to the legs, rotate the thighs away from each other. Take a deep breath here. Extend the arms. As you exhale, move into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keep the head back. Keep the outer rotation of the front leg. Keep the back leg firm. Inhale, you're coming back up. Place your hands on your hips. Turn your right foot in, left foot out. Adjust the block by your ankle. Get the lateral extension, then opening in the hips. Extend the arms. Exhale, come into your pose. Keeping the head back. Keeping the left hip moving in. Breathe in here. As you inhale, come up. And place your hands on your hips. Now let's keep the legs wide apart. And you can have a block in front of you. We're going to do a wide stance, forward bend. So connect to your feet. Connect to the legs. Feel that lift of the spine. Now place your hands on your hips. Move the elbows back. As you inhale, go into your steady back bend. As you exhale, hinge forward. Keep lengthening the spine forward. Letting go of your hips. Bring, if you can, you bring your hands to the block or bring your elbows onto the block. Let your head release naturally. Keep the belly firm, so the navel is pulled in. The inner thighs are pressing out toward the outer thighs. Let your head just release naturally between your arms. Keep the weight shifted toward the front so that you don't hang in your heels. Keep opening the sacrum. Now you're going to inhale, lengthen the spine. You're going to take your block on the high end. Place your right hand on the block. Place your other hand on your hip. Okay. Concentrate on lengthening the spine forward and begin to twist to your left. Come back to the center. And let's go to the other side. Place your hand on your hip. Lengthen forward and twist to your right. Exhale back to the center. Release again. Bring your elbows to the floor, to the mat, or to the block. Keep your weight shifted forward while maintaining the rooting of the back of your feet. Now you can use the block again, or you can just, if you don't need the block, you can let go of the block. But if you use the block on the lower end that we did before. You're going to take your left foot in, your right foot out, and you either place your right hand on the block, place your hand on your ankle, begin to open the chest again to triangle pose, extend the arms up. Keep your head back. And then exhaling, walking your hands between your feet, turn your right foot in, your left foot out, placing your left hand on your ankle, begin to open up, extend the arm, triangle pose, keep the back leg firm, exhaling, walking your hands between your feet. You can grab your ankles, pull on the ankles to lengthen the spine, exhale, open the elbows out, and release the crown of the head. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, exhaling to lunge, stepping back to downward facing dog. Keep the arms extended, and come to your knees to child's pose. Concentrate on the lengthening of your spine. That you see more released on your heels. So I'm going to be quiet for a couple of minutes to let you really explore your body, go into the sensation of the body. And slowly sit up. So the next pose that we're going to do, this also hip opening, is pigeon pose. So those of you who need support underneath your hip when you in that pose, you can use a blanket or you can use a block underneath your buttock. Okay, so let me demonstrate for a second what I'm talking about. If you decide to use a blanket, what I want you to do is place your whole thigh onto the block, onto your support, and then work here. Okay? So have it by your side. Now come to standing. Feet hip width apart. Let's inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward bend. Inhaling, stretch your spine. Exhaling, right foot back. Inhaling to plank. Holding your plank. Exhaling, downward facing dog. You're going to extend your right leg up and then bend the knee, bring your leg into a pigeon pose position, slide back and place your support underneath your right thigh. Now keep your hands on the floor until you feel adjusted, and then just come to your forearms. Don't drop yet. Keep the spine lightening, keep the other rotation of your right thigh. Keep that foot flexed to protect your knee. So those of you who have knee issue, you could do pigeon pose on your back. I know some of you already know how to do that. So let's square the hips as much as we can. So if you're feeling a lot of sensation in your right hamstring and glutes, that's the right place to feel it. Now you want to feel the spine lengthening from there. Using the breath, you inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, release, getting a little heavier on the floor. Just release that right thigh down onto your support. You may also want to maintain a firm belly. So your navel is pulled in, following the breath. So you inhale, the navel may relax. Exhale, pull the navel in. Now you're going to sit up. Take your left leg, bring it across. Place your hands behind you. Lengthen the spine. Stretch your right arm up. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your elbow to the outside of your knee, coming into a twist. Now, if that's hard for you to do, then you can just hold on to your thigh. Okay, so you decide. Now, keep the head back. Inhaling back to the center. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Take 5 reps here in dog pose. letting the spine lengthen. Now extend your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your leg into pigeon pose. Take your support to bring your thigh down. Lengthen the spine. Now this is the difference from side to side. And now come to your forearms, palms together, and just work here. Use the exhalation to soften the resistance. This is a really hard part of the leg to stretch, and it always feels really tight. So you can visualize that part of your body as a block of ice. And you're using your warm exhalation to melt the ice away. Be fully present in a sensation in your body. And then you're going to inhale to sit up. Bring your right leg around, place it on the outside of your left. Okay, lengthen the spine. Stretch your left arm up. As you exhale, bring your elbow to the inside, outside of your knee. Pressing the knee into the elbows. Come into your twist. And then release to the center. Inhale here. Exhale it back to downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Keep the arm fully straight. Keep the heels dropping toward the floor while the tailbone is lifting. And now just step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale to stretch. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, Tadasana. Bring the arms by your side. Releasing your shoulders down, so your shoulders rotate back and down. The belly is pulled in. And so legs are engaged, the knees are not locked, but they firmly engage. Now let's bring your feet, make sure your feet are not too wide. Okay, you're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale and bend your knees to a chair. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale and stretch your spine. Exhale your right foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot forward. Warrior 1. From Warrior 1, exhale to Pyramid. Inhaling, bend your front knee back to Warrior 1. Exhale to lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Inhaling, Warrior 1. Exhaling, pyramid. Inhaling, warrior one. Exhale to lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come to your knees. Rest in chest pose. Bring your arms alongside your body. Let the shoulders spread. So let's stay here for about 2 minutes. Close your eyes and breathe. With each exhale, release more between your thighs. With each inhale, feel the expansion of the ribcage. And then slowly sit up. For the next one, I know some of you are not able to sit between your feet. So you're going to take a block, place the block between your feet and sit on the block. With the feet together, with your hands resting on your thighs. So make sure that you feel comfortable here. So if you're not comfortable with one block, then have 2 blocks. So if you're feeling a stretch in your quads, or even if you feel a little stretch in the knees, as long as there's no pain, your body will adjust to that. So don't be worried if you feel a lot of sensation in your thighs. Okay, from here you want to lengthen the spine. You're going to stretch the arms forward, interlace your fingers, turn the palms, and then extend the arms up. Keep reaching up to the ceiling, fully opening the armpits of the shoulders. You can look up at your hands if you want, or just look straight forward. Exhaling, bring the arms down. Okay, now we're going to repeat that. You're going to change the cross of your fingers. So stretch the arms forward, change the cross, or change the index finger to the top, press the palms, extend the arms over your head. Reach up. Exhaling, bring the arms down. Okay, let's remove the block. Come to your hands and knees. Step your right foot back. As you stretch back, let your foot slide. Really get that stretch happening. And then bring the foot back in. Step your left foot back. Let it slide into a big stretch and slide the foot back. Okay, let's inhale into a spine extension. Exhaling on your back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Tuck your toes under. Shift back onto your feet. And come to forward bend. Release the crown of the head. Notice how the weight is shifted underneath your feet, so you don't want to be too much in your heels. You don't want to be too much on your toes, but you want to bring some weight underneath the ball of the feet. Let your head release naturally between your arms. Pull the navel in so that will protect your back And then inhale, stretch your spine. Come all the way up. And exhale. Okay, now you're going to separate your feet, not as wide as before, just wider than your hips. Just the way I have my feet separated. Okay, so we separate the feet a little wider so we have a good base, foundation. Place your hands on your hips and then move the elbows back. Just breathe here. Now interlace your fingers behind you, pull down and back as you come forward to forward bend. Keep the arms fully extended, elbows squeezing toward each other. Let your head hang naturally. You can release your hands and then bring your hands behind your ankles. Pull on the ankle to lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch, hands on your hips, come all the way up. And walk your feet together. So now what I like to do after we warm up the body is to revisit a pose that we did before. And that pose is pyramid. So we're going to take our blocks again. And I want you to be observant of how different your legs are feeling now that we've warmed up the whole body. So let's stand here with your feet hip width apart. Hands on your hips, elbows back, come forward. And bring your hands to the block. Okay. Rotate the triceps in. Step your right foot back. Bring your back foot to the floor. Stretch your front leg. And breathe here. So here you want to know, you want to keep the block or you want to bring your hands to the floor. Let's take 5 breaths here. Now you could even grab your ankle and release here. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Inhaling, let the spine as you step forward. Exhaling, step your left foot back. Bring your heel down. Stretching back into your pose, pyramid pose. Bring your hands to the floor if you can. So these are all these options. You can keep your hands on the block. You can have your hands on the floor. Make sure you rotate the front foot in, or you can hold on to your ankle and release into your pyramid. And now inhaling, stretch your spine to step forward to forward bend. Remove the block, release again into your pose. Now inhaling, stretch your spine to come up. Exhaling, Tadasana. So now that our legs are nice and stretched, we are going to do boat pose. So place your block to the side, sit on the floor. And have your feet together, have your hands behind you, lengthen your spine. So we're going to start by lifting one leg first. So you're going to lift the right leg, bring it down, and lift the left leg. And bring it down. Okay. You're going to lie down, bring your legs up to the ceiling. Let's stand by extending your arms over your head. Breathe here. And then bring the arms up, reaching for your toes, come up into your boat pose. Keep rotating the thighs in, and then release down to the floor. Okay, we're just going to float 2 more times here. Inhaling, Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. If you can, bring your legs over your head. And then slowly roll back down. And lower the feet to the floor. So we're going to start with a supported bridge. You're going to take your block. Again, if you've done that pose before, you know what height of block you need. So you can have the block on the high end, or you can have the block on the medium height. Now the important part is let's lie down, feet planted on the floor. Okay, you want to see how high can you lift, and then when you slide the block underneath your hips, it should be fairly easy to do it. Okay, so have your block right there. Now begin to lift. You could even come on your toes, slide the block underneath your sacrum. Interlace your fingers underneath your back. Press the feet down. So although you are supported, you're still pressing the feet down. If it bothers your shoulder to do that, you can have the arms bent and your elbows lifting more between the shoulder blades. So here I am, my shoulders are lifting off the floor. I'm still pressing my feet down. Feel that opening in the front of the body. Breathe in that space. So after all that forward bend, it feels good to stretch the spine in a different direction. Now you're going to lift your feet off the floor, stretch your legs up to the ceiling. If you need to adjust your block, you do it. Okay, the legs are firm. From this position, begin to stretch your right leg forward. You're continuing the extension, opening the psoas muscles on the right side. Your leg may not come to the floor. You can just have your leg up into space. Bring the leg back up. And lower the other leg. Now this is the difference between side, and bring the leg back up. So let's do that one more time on this side, and maybe stay a little longer. So let's start with the legs just straight forward. Keep reaching the leg forward. And then you may find yourself the leg coming down a little bit. Avoid bending the knee when you do that. So keep the leg straight, and as soon as you feel like you're going to bend the knee, stop there. Keep extending the spine. Keep extending the leg. Feel that stretch right in the front of your hip. Or keep the chest open. Breathe here. Bring the leg back up. Then lower the other leg. So you can have it halfway, reaching forward. And here, see how low can you go without bending the knee. Keep that thigh rotating in, both thighs rotate in, and bring the left leg back up. And pause there, let your legs relax. And then bend your knees, slowly lower your feet back down to the floor. To lift off the block, removing the block, bring your spine all the way down. And bring your knees into your chest. Pulling your knees in, rock from side to side. Giving your sacrum a massage. Now keep your knees in. In fact, if you want, you could put a block between your knees. So the reason we use a block between your knees, what we do, is to keep the sacrum even. So when you bring your knees to the side, you don't have one knee that comes forward. So you keep your knees in alignment. Extend the arms out to the side. And then slowly pull your knees in and lower your knees to your left. Usually I would say keep the right shoulder on the floor, but if you cannot keep the right shoulder on the floor, then curl all the way in. Everybody do that. And then extend your right arm up to the ceiling, reach out as you bring the arm out behind you. Let's do this again. Exhaling, inhaling. One more time. Exhale. And inhale. Slowly bring your knees back to the center. And then lower your knees to the other side. Keep the knees tucked in. Now you're going to exhale in, curling up to your right. Inhaling, extend your left arm up, keep reaching up. Bring the arm out behind you. And again, curling up to your right. Extending your arm up as you inhale. Coming back into the twist. Let's do that one more time. Exhaling to curl. Inhaling. Bring your knees back to the center. And now let's do that one more time on this side. But this time we're just going to stay there. See if you have more opening now. Lower the knees to the left. Turn your head to the right. Pause there for 5 breaths. Breathing into the natural curve of your back. Inhaling, come back to the center. Keep those knees tucked in. And then exhaling, release to the other side. Taking 5 breaths on this side. And then inhaling back to the center. So now whatever you do, you don't want to stress anymore. You're going to take your 2 blocks. So I don't want you to force that pose. You're going to do recline cobblers pose. If you have a blanket, you can take your blanket and place it lengthwise on your mat. You're going to take the blocks and place the block right at the top of your thighs. Bring the sole of the feet together, and then adjust the block until it's comfortable for you. Okay, feet together, recline cobblers pose. Extend the arms over your head. Breathe into your abdominal cavity. Breathe into your chest. Let the knees relax. Let the groins open without forcing. Close your eyes so that you go deep into the sensation in your body, feeling the vibration, feeling the breath, feeling the heart beating into your chest. Now bring the arms down and place your hands on your belly. If you feel that you don't need as much support, you can just move the blocks out a little bit. Place your hands on your belly, close your eyes for about 5 breaths. Feel the breath move beneath your hands. Place your hands on the outside of your thighs, bring your knees together. Move the block out, or just have the block again right at the edge of your sitting bones, and stretch your legs out. Now, if the support underneath your spine feels good, you can keep it, but you really don't have to. I would say just remove it, and then fully lie down flat. And if it feels good to you, you can have the blocks underneath the upper thighs or underneath the knees. So you adjust. You want to be totally comfortable. So you pick a position where you can fully release and forget that you are in a pose. Close your eyes. Concentrate on the movement of your breath. Let your body melt onto your mat. After a yoga class, as you move into Shavasana, you get a sense of achievement. So I'm going to be quiet for 2 minutes. With each exhale, release deeper. Observe the fingers, are they relaxed? And the toes. And the skin on your face, the lips, the eyes. Now you can stay in Shavasana as that video ends, or you can decide to come out, bring your knees into your chest. Giving yourself a hug. And then rolling to your side to come up to a seated position. Take a couple of breaths here. Enjoy your palms. With your next exhalation, bow to yourself with gratitude. Namaste. Thank you everybody for joining me this morning. I hope you have a good rest of the week, and see you next week for a restorative class at 11 a.m. on next Wednesday.